Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Dishonored with me, your host, Tim. Let's try to figure out what our next mission is and talk to everyone in the Hound's Pit pub and get some upgrades for ourselves, and then we'll get going.
The young lady Emily was trying to sneak into your quarters while you slept, sir. I don't think she meant any harm.
The Pendleton votes. Havelock. Bravo, sir. The Lord Regent is furious about losing the most recent vote at Parliament. He was counting on the support of the Pendleton family and expected limited resistance. Just as you said it would, losing the Pendleton voting bloc has really slowed him down. And since the Lord Regent's defense budget failed as well, he's getting desperate financially. It seems that most of the coin he's using to keep the City Watch going is coming from a close ally. We suspect it's a powerful noblewoman, who is perhaps his mistress. I'll try to dig up more information. As we know, if this watch doesn't get paid, in coin and in elixir, their loyalty will start to crumble. Your friend on the inside. Entry 4. He's returning now with Anton Sokolov over his shoulder. Simply amazing. Not only can Carvo project lethal force, he can do an extraction that I didn't think possible. And soon, the two greatest minds of the Empire will be here, together. If I could get these rivals to cooperate, they could create weapons and tools of unimaginable power. If I could command both of them, well, I'll wait and measure their dispositions toward one another before following that line of thought.
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. Okay. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock.
I believe Camellia is in there, taking her bath. I'd rather you didn't spy on people here, Piero.
I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the Watch. Display your pride in Dunwall by respecting the property and rights of others in these trying times and preserving the timeless beauty of our fair city.
I think you can actually peek in the lock if you want to as well, though I never have done so. I think the lady deserves her privacy. Now I think about it, I don't believe I've ever even talked to her about it afterwards. I don't think I'll start now. I don't want there to be any more trouble amongst these people than there already is.
Say what you will, the royal physician knows his wines.
Take as long as you like. Lydia brought me some tea, and I can wait all night. You just missed her. She's off to see Admiral Havelock, where Sokolov is being, housed.
To think, Lord Pendleton is the
I hope
son
Sokolov
of
will
nobility.
cooperate. I'd hope to have him paint my portrait again one day. Just me this time. It's not that I object to holding him hostage for a while, since he's been aiding the Lord Regent, but it's a shame. I always found him rather charming.
Royal Physician, I believe you and Carvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Carvo knows what loyalty means.
Bah! I am loyal to my inner spirit. You are the one consorting with the most wanted man in the Empire.
It's my belief that Carvo was innocent in the death of the Empress, and the former spy master, or the Lord Regent, as he calls himself, is a ruthless tyrant bent on destroying this city, the heart of the Empire.
You are mistaken if you think there's love between me and our Lord Regent. But whatever you intend to do here, I assure you, I am beyond petty scare tactics.
If I don't scare you, Sokolov, perhaps these rats will. Even if they don't carry plague. I've heard of a swarm of rats stripping a child's body to the bone in half a minute. I've heard worse. How long do you think it'll be before you talk? Before you beg to talk?
Rats? Is that the company you keep now, Admiral?
It's the company you keep that interests us, Sokolov. We know you painted a portrait of the Lord Regent's mistress, the very aristocrat who is funding the military with her fortune. She is the key to the Lord Regent's control over the city, and we must have her name.
Sorry, Admiral. I cannot help you.
It's time to put him to the question.
You're part of this rabble, but I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
Perhaps I can find a bribe for you, Sokolov.
Curious strategy.
Of which I approve.
Wallace mentioned wine. Maybe Mr. Pendleton will know more.
I'll leave it to you. But if you get tired of questioning Sokolov, I'll let you know that his taste for King Street brandy is legendary. I think Piero has a bottle. It might help persuade him. If not, well, call me if it gets entertaining.
It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street Brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
Sokolov is a potential ally. I'll take the brandy. We also have a new upgrade, Boot Stealth 1. Okay, so we buy it from him here. And 150, which isn't terrible at all. So let's purchase this. Next, I'll want some upgrades. I'm thinking that boot stealth will probably be very useful. Reduced footstep sounds. What next? I wouldn't mind having some more upgrades for my gun. Let's take all of these upgrades. So our accuracy 1. Our pistol magazine 1. And our reload. Oh man, what next? Let's improve our bone charm capacity. And then I think we'll have to purchase a few pieces of ammo. I don't really want to buy grenades or spring razors. That was a lot of cash spent on this stuff. We're good on potions. Let's take one more upgrade of some capacity, and we'll make it a capacity upgrade. Let's take our spring razor capacity up a rank. I've been using them recently.
I say when Sokolov has passed at his funeral? Something like this, perhaps. Sokolov is dead. Gone forever. We were rivals at the academy, yes. He was jealous of my agile brain and youthful energies. But he's dead now. And what can I say about him? Sokolov, he did improve on some inventions. He did well for himself in his way. He had many admirers among the aristocracy, especially those who lack a solid background in matters of natural philosophy. He was a painter of portraits. They say his work was genius. That remains to be seen. Time will tell.
Piero is so jealous of the success Sokolov has had, it seems. Well, at least he's thinking of his death. I suppose that's also a bad thing. Right, let's give this brandy to Sokolov, and hopefully he'll come around and tell us who is supporting the Regent.
I could use a drink.
Here's a bottle for you, Sokolov. I hope you like it.
King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Carvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Carvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the ground. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
I swear I never saw her face, although I can vouch that her hindquarters are the finest in the city, and perhaps the Empire itself.
I hear you're off to the Boyles' little bash tonight. I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask you. Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, he may be looking for me.
We picked up a new charm, so I want to see which one we want to equip. Or rather, capacity. Oh, we have 2 capacity free. Has that always been the case, I wonder? Okay, what do I want? Well, there's not many passives here I consider too useful to have them equipped at all times. So, we'll take Whirlwind 1, in case I get involved in melee combat. And we'll equip Spirit Water. I'll want different types of charms before I take those off. We have so many Sokolov elixirs, and I think they're pretty frequent in the game, so I don't think we'll actually need Healthy Appetite 2.
Have you ever been in a sea battle?
Of course.
Did you ever see pirates? And did you sink any?
Of course. Dozens. Oh, yes. But that's not for young girls to hear about.
But I will be Empress, won't I? And then I'll have to sink lots of enemy ships myself. And that's what Empresses do mostly, isn't it?
Of course.
I knew it! I read that some pirate ships have witches aboard that can cause storms and make whales do what they want. Is that true?
Yes. Mostly. Maybe we should be quiet now.
Very well.
Oh, she's so adorable. She's so adventurous.
At the Academy, they cut the flesh of the dead and trap the lightning from the sky.
I guess the heart only picks certain people to talk about.
She sees more than she is telling. Young Lady Emily.
We have all the upgrades we need. Let's get going. Oh, Martin isn't around, is he? Okay.
The Boyle costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Take me to the Boyle estate, Samuel. Thank you.
Out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Carvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
This area is restricted to invited guests only by request from the local landowners. Unauthorized intruders will be expelled or...
Oh, we picked up a sewer key. I've never found that before. That might get us through into the safely the sewer system. We have enough runes to also take another upgrade, and I wanted to try to take possession. Guess we're going to take possession of this ability. Looks like level 1 can lets us control animal targets for a short time. Level 2 lets us control human targets for a shorter duration. Possession is very powerful, allowing you to merge physically with an animal such as a fish or a rat for a limited duration. You must have an unobstructed path to your target. This power is useful for stealth, enabling you to hide in small places or move through spaces normally too small for you like water-filled drainage pipes or ventilation ducts. Enemies will try to stomp you if you are possessing a rat. While possessing a hound, you can sprint fast. At level 2, you can possess humans as well. Your control of humans is limited, so combat or fast movement are not possible. Possessing a human allows you to perform simple actions, such as collecting objects or opening doors. Allies of the human you are possessing will not attack you, and security devices attuned to the human you are possessing, like Arc Pylon or Wall of Light, will not harm you. If you are falling, possessing an animal or human on the way down will effectively break the fall. Huh. Let me see the tutorial on this, everyone. If your host were to die, you would endure the same fate. Small animals can't survive the possession process. So I leap into their body. What happens when it ends? Do I just appear behind them, I wonder? Or do I become them? I don't know about possession. We'll take it anyway. 5 runes for level 2. Okay. I'm going to want to test this on something. So, we can try a hagfish. Let's give it a shot. Closer.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I now see that I replace the creature after it ends. We will try Oh, actually, I can just open this up from here, can't I? We had the key for this, but I wanted to try out possession. Now I understand how it works. will probably leave this ability at level 1. I'm not sure. And with that, I'm going in silent.
That's a crime?
Wait for it. A couple of overseers were passing, and they had one of their... you know.
The music boxes.
So she stopped singing as they passed,
And they thought she was a witch.
You should have seen it. Ran right through the rose bushes and tackled her. Dragged her back to the abbey.
And they call us stupid.
We had to get a notarized letter from the Regent himself to get her back. But she hasn't been the same since.
I'm not surprised. I've heard stories.
She won't talk about it. One of these days I'm gonna take one of those zealots apart myself.
I'll be
right behind you.
So cold.
The Estate District. Excerpt from a historical overview of the Estate District. Home to some of the most powerful families in Dunwall, the Estate District has been a jewel in the city's crown for generations. No district enjoys finer restaurants or cultural events, and no families inspire more admiration or more gossip than the lords and ladies of the Estate District. The late Lord Boyle and his lovely wife perhaps best epitomize this privileged class of citizens. Their annual costume ball is the talk of high society, creating ripples throughout Dunwall when one family or another is excluded from the guest list. But it's not all play that drives the Boyles. On several occasions, they've generously brought in poor laborers from elsewhere in the city for a week or two to work on their garden or home, providing vital employment for those who need it most. With so much history, the Estate District has also seen its share of trouble, as fortunes are made and lost. The great Lord Preston Moray and his eccentric wife Vera were once the toast of Dunwall before tragedy struck and they fell into ruin. Riddled with canals and large homes that enjoy historical preservation tax breaks, the Estate District is a place to which we can all aspire.
Carvo? Is that what you dreamed of? All those months in Coldridge Prison while waiting for the executioner? Wealth, beautiful women in the latest fashions, laughing and drinking Tivian wine? And what of the host, Lady Boyle? I can see all her tomorrows, and I know that either she dies tonight at your hand, or she'll live out her days, month after month, year after year, far away, even as her fine clothes wear into tatters and her silken hair gets dull and gray. Half the city can see the lights from the party, and they dream of the delights inside. Will you tear it all to pieces? Either way, it's Lady Boyle's last party.
Granny Rag's diary. I can't trust him. You can't love what you don't trust. That's the song the birdies sing when the weather turns cold and forces them out of their nice homes they built. Nice homes spoiled. Spoiled and ruined. Useless now. So the birdies hate the weather that betrayed them. They fly away to look for new homes that aren't so cold and dreary, dreary, dreary. I'm leaving too. My valise is packed. So dreary everywhere I look. I can't bear it anymore. Acrobat. You climb slightly faster. Well, this is a passive I'll use all the time. At least at the moment.
I'll write to her again. She has to see reason. None of this would have gotten
He always eats very well, even as his wife and child grow thin.
Why is no one making rounds over here?
Spiritual pool. You regenerate mana slightly faster.